As you guys saw in the last video, we have not had running water in the house for a few days since we've been moving our water cistern. And we also mentioned that our solar pump stopped working on us. So now that the cistern is moved, we're not actually able to pump water. Well, our new pump finally arrived today and we are going to be getting that hooked up. We got a little bit of sunshine, so I'm hoping we can get a decent amount of water. But we've been heavily relying on our Dreo countertop reverse osmosis filtration unit, and it has completely saved our butt for drinking water and cooking water while we've been without water in the house. So we're gonna go hook up the new pump, and then I'll go over the filtration unit in a little bit more detail shortly. It's an awesome little unit that is really affordable, so if you're someone who needs a filtration unit for your off-grid home or camping or traveling, or you just live in the city and you don't want to be drinking city water, this is going to be a really great option for you. So with that, we're going to head down to the spring and get this pump hooked up.
So my pump in here isn't pumping very fast, and it's an older pump, and we know that this one still works, but it doesn't work great. So we're going to be replacing it with a new pump. Now, I've been fooling around with this new pump and it's been giving me some troubles too, so I'm hoping that this works today. It should be a pretty simple install. I just got to switch out the hose coming out of the pump and the pump power connector. I don't even have to change the wiring. I can just unhook it because it's the exact same pump going in. So cross your fingers, hopefully this works good, and then we can have faster water going to our cistern. So I'm gonna switch this over real quick. I'm gonna do a little check first for the power, because I've been having issues with these things lately in the power. So I've got the old cord from the old pump right here, and I'm gonna put this in and see if it works. There we go. So I know there's nothing happening right now, but I just disconnected the solar. So let's see if I can get this thing to cough here. There we go. We got a working pump. So that's great. So I can just tighten that on like that. And then I gotta pull this hose off of this old pump and switch it over to that one. And then we should have better pressure at home. Oh, muddy. Okay, so I got this hooked back up here, and I'm gonna put it in before I turn it on because I don't want to run it dry for too long. That's how we've broke a bunch of these pumps. We've had something clogging the our catchment system, and then just like ran it dry for days, and it worked still a little bit, but brand new pump, I want to take good care of it. So I'm going to put it back in here, get it so that it can pump water, and then turn it on here. There we go. That's good. Okay. Oof. 12 volt. Okay, let's see if that's going. I can feel it pumping. It's just you can hear it. It's got a lot to push because it's pushing. All the water drained out when I was switching out the pumps, and now it's pushing water all the way up the mountain and all the way down. So we should be in good shape now. Okay, so we're back at home, which is a freaking mess because of all of the landscaping and everything we've been doing here. I'm really looking forward to cleaning this up. Goodness. Anyway, we have down here our cistern, and look at that water coming in. That is beautiful. So the new pump's working better. That makes me happy. Water's gonna be coming in. We've got sunny days on the horizon, and as long as the sun's out, the water's pumping. So check off the list. The biggest thing about our journey out here has obviously, and you guys have seen, acquiring water and acquiring water properly. And we just went and took a look at our water system. We're pretty happy with everything. This is actually unfiltered water directly from our cistern, and it's fairly clean, but you can't be 100% sure. So one thing we've been learning about is what's called PFAS, which is polyfluoroalkyl, or forever chemicals. And these forever chemicals are found in clothing to cookware, and now they're finding it in a large amount of the water that Americans drink, and obviously Canadians as well, because we use the same products up here. And it's something that we need to keep on our radar because these forever chemicals are very dangerous. 44 million plus people have suffered from PFAS health-related issues, from immune system impairment to liver damage to developmental disorders. Now, many households own water filtration systems, but I don't believe that everybody knows about the importance of removing these PFAS from your water. So the typical filtration units you get at the grocery store, the cup filters that just pop in the top, their cost is about $30 for about 150 liters, which comes out to around 20 cents per liter of clean drinking water. With the Dreo WF511, it's $299 for 4,000 liters, which comes out to about 2 cents a liter instead of 20 cents a liter for the cup filter. And the Dreo has a filter's lifespan for up to 2 years. And again, the Dreo is taking out forever chemicals. The cup filters are just cleaning sediments.
A really affordable way to get clean, healthy drinking water in your home, and that's going to be the Dreo countertop reverse osmosis filtration unit. And what's different and what I really like about this one is you can pour water into your glass, or there's also this pitcher that's going to automatically fill whenever you set it down. So you're always going to have a jug of water ready to go. This compact and sleek little unit is EPA certified, and it's going to remove 99.999% of contaminants from the water. So that's going to be heavy metals, PFAS, viruses, and bacteria. It's got a 7-stage filtration system that's going to remove over 1,000 harmful substances from your water. So we actually have a nearby community where our friends live, and every summer their water system gets put on a boil water notification because their water system can't keep up with everyone watering their gardens and yards and all that sort of stuff. So they have to boil their water every summer. Having something like this is going to save you so much time because it's going to clean out your water, and you're not going to have to boil water in the summer, wait for it to cool down before you can even put it in your fridge to cool it down more. And this is just always going to have clean water ready to go in this awesome little pitcher. And Dreo actually sends you 2 pitchers, so you can always have one full in the fridge as well if you like cold water. So on the back, your kind of raw water here, we've got a 5-liter tank, so that's quite a bit of storage. And then there's always going to be a little bit of kind of leftover water after it's done filtering. That's the waste. And then the pitcher on the front is a 1.5 liters. So you're always going to have a 1.5 liters ready to go, or you can stick your glass underneath and dispense the water this way. And on the screen, we've got a bunch of different options. There's actually a child lock, so if you have kids in the house, you can lock it so they're not making a big mess everywhere. And then you can also change the water volume based on the size of glass you might have in your home. So you can have 16, 12, or 8 ounces, and then that's just going to fill whichever selection you choose, and it'll stop at that amount of water. And then we've also got different info. It's going to tell you what the total dissolved solids are in the raw water, and the pure water total dissolved solids as well. And it's also going to tell you whether you need to refill the back without taking a look, or it's going to tell you about your cartridge filter life as well. And these filters can actually last up to 2 years, so there's a ton of savings compared to the smaller cup size filters. So there's absolutely no setup required. We've got our filters, 2 of the filters. There's a 3rd filter in this water jug, but everything is easily accessible, and all you have to do is plug it in, fill up the back tank with water, and you're good to go. So if you're in the market for an affordable water filter that's going to get 99.999% of contaminants out of your water, including those nasty forever chemicals, we're going to put a link for the Dreo WF511 down in the description, and we'll leave a discount code down there as well for you guys. And a big thank you to Dreo for sponsoring today's video.